GoThunderWolves.com here with head coach of the baseball team, Bobby Applegate. Coach Applegate, week off. You got to enjoy Easter weekend a little bit as a team. What was that week off like, and how is it going to carry over to next weekend?
Yeah, it was a much needed break, and we had discussed that it was a time for us to kind of collect our bodies and kind of refresh. Opportunity for us to stay on top of our schoolwork, really just kind of take a step back and retool some of our swings and our mechanics, and really just try to get healthy. Had a little bit of seemed like a flu bug kind of running through the team, so it was kind of a great break for us. And obviously to have Easter, some of our guys got a chance to be with their families, and so it was really a good weekend for us.
You've got a road matchup coming up this weekend at Colorado Christian, a team that you split with the first time. It was a non-conference weekend. Of course, that was the pod weekend. What's the mindset kind of going into this last weekend? You're coming into the home stretch, three total series left.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a few years since we played a full season, so we're excited about fulfilling our schedule, getting all 50 games in, and weather permitting, we're excited to do that. And, we got 3 weekends left. It's an opportunity for us to put a late charge together for our conference and hopefully put us in a position for a strong berth in the conference tournament. So, we've seen Colorado Christian before, and they were playing really well. They ran into a tough UCCS group this past weekend, so I know they're going to be hungry to play us. And obviously getting on the road will be another tough challenge, but we're excited about it.
You have a Colorado Christian team coming up that is scrappy as scrappy can get. They scrape together runs. They split the weekend as well when they were up here, and that was against Metro State as well, who's atop the conference right now. What are the key emphasis points this weekend going into Christian?
So when we played them here, we were a little short on some key hits. We extended a couple innings off defensively when we didn't command the strike zone. So we're going to work really hard at making sure we do a great job with matching up our pitches and doing a great job with getting ahead in the count, which I felt like we struggled with. And when we needed a big out, we couldn't get it on the mound. So we're going to really work hard on that. And, we're going to focus on some two-strike hitting, which, has kind of been our key to success for most of the year. And we had an opportunity to collect some key hits. We just didn't go our way the first time around. So that's something we're going to really focus on this week of practice.
What's something that you're really excited about in these final 3 RMAC series just coming up?
Well, I'm excited for our offense. Our offense has done a great job all year round. And, just getting a chance to retool some of their swings and get them back to when they were going really good. I'm excited to see how those guys finish. We've seen 2 of the last 3 opponents, so we're kind of anxious to see how we match up again with them on the second time around. And, I feel really good about, the players, how they've been competing. And I want to see us, there's 2 words that we talk about in our program, is compete and finish. And I'm excited to see how our guys respond to that message and make sure that we can live up to those 2 words.
Try not to look too far ahead, but after this weekend, you have your final home series against UCCS. What's that kind of like as the season's starting to hit that home stretch, hit that kind of last hurrah at home?
Yeah. Well, it's exciting. The weather's starting to, get a little bit warmer. It's always easier to get to the yard when it's warm. And when we have our last homestand, we'll have Pack the Park, which will be an historical running field, and we're anticipating a large crowd there. It's always fun to play in front of an exciting crowd. So hoping to play in front of a big crowd in the center of town, and hopefully we get a chance to display what our program is all about. And then on Sunday, we have our senior day. We have an opportunity to, really recognize our seniors for their efforts the last few years as they move on to the next step in their lives, and just kind of recognize them and thank them for all their hard work and representing our program and our community.
Before we get your final thoughts on this upcoming weekend, right now, team sits at 4th in the conference after the off weekend. Going forward, where's the team mindset at? In terms of you've got the top team Mason coming up in 2 series. That's how you close out the season. And then you also have some key series, also UCCS and CSU. What's the team mindset kind of like going into this home stretch for the Coastal Conference?
Well, our goal doesn't change. We want to improve every week. And, we haven't got to too many of the weekends. We're going to week of 12, 13, and 14. And we just want to make sure that we continue to improve. We make sure that we get better. As the season gets longer, we want to make sure we're executing at a higher level. Because at the end of the season is when you really want to play well. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we want to make sure that we're hitting on all cylinders. We're not so concerned, what's down ahead of us. We're just trying to focus on playing as hard as we can every game. And, let the dust clear and see where we're at. And hopefully we have an opportunity to position ourselves in the conference tournament. And we can put everything together in the weekend that matters the most, and that'll be in the conference tournament.
Final thoughts on this weekend, heading up north for Colorado Christian?
Just excited to get back on the field again. And taking a weekend off was great, but we sure missed the opportunity to compete. So we're looking forward to finishing strong and putting our program back, at the top of the conference. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Coach Bobby Applegate, we wish you all the best in that goal.
Thank you. Go Pack.